Hello. Or should I say, wait, one of these days, there we go. Or should I say, hello. Sweet gloves, bro. Welcome back to Northernlion Plays Bloodborne. Happy to see you here. We gotta start using, well, we don't have to. We gotta start using this Frontier headstone now. And then there's the Awakening headstone. There's another Awakening headstone. There's no place to awaken right now, so let's not worry about that. But yes, Frontier headstone. We can go to Hemwick Charnel Lane. I'm somewhat familiar with this area. I feel like I keep saying, like, we're about to see things I've never seen before. But for real, like, we are. This area, I know. Maybe not like the back of my hand, but I know it. And after that, I've seen the boss that's at, like, that cathedral area, and I fought it a couple of times and got my ass kicked. And it's a boss that, on Twitter, I've seen a lot of people tweeting about it, as if it's, like, a super difficult boss, which I can understand. I've also seen a lot of people in the industry straight up just, like, tweeting pictures of them fighting late-game bosses in Bloodborne, and I'm like, yo, dog, like, what the fuck are you doing? Don't do, you know, I know the game's been out for 2 weeks, but not everybody's had a, well, 3 weeks now. But not everybody's had a chance to do it, even if it feels like you're the last person to beat Bloodborne. You'd be surprised, man. There's still scumbags like me. Alright, probably a good time to use blood vials. This is actually a really good area to farm blood vials pretty quickly. Oh, that could not have been botched harder. Watch out for the fire. These are like the upgraded versions of those, I don't even know if they're hunters or Yarnamites. Crazed Yarnamites. I don't know if they have names. That's the kind of shit that I'm gonna have to buy the strategy guide eventually. Or watch some Epic Name Bro videos or something like that. Shout out to Epic Name Bro. A, for being an awesome content creator, and B, because he might even be watching these episodes right now. If that's the case, I apologize for inevitably a series of incredibly unfortunate plays that I'm sure are misplays in your eyes, but I hope you enjoy watching new people play the game anyway. Trying to remember what's through this area. So I believe, what is this? One sec. I gotta get in the right place here. Oh, another bloodshot eyeball. I think those are kind of like, I hear footsteps? Yeah, okay. Thank you, sound design. I think those are basically like tickets to enter the chalice dungeons, which are those procedurally generated dungeons, but I'm not gonna worry too much about those until later. I will talk to this person.
Did you hear the graveyard murmurs? Then it's almost time. Oh, I can't wait. I just can't wait.
That seems very sinister. She should be dead. Her walls are made of, like, styrofoam. But you got anything else? Just talking about graveyard murmurs again. Alright, well, you know, you're a broken record here. Some more Madman's Knowledge for insight. I believe I died once here, and this guy will probably give you some indication of how it happened. Oh, hello, just gonna have a nice time hanging out on the rim of the elevator. Should I or shouldn't I? I'm gone! Okay, so... Oh, device is not currently operable. So this is the shortcut, but we haven't activated the... Like, we haven't gotten to the point where we can actually use the shortcut yet. That's fine. This will be a shortcut for us for the future. We gotta go through the tough stuff to start with, and that's okay. That's the, you know, pretty key to the design of the Souls games. Making you go through a tough area to reach the point of mastery. And then kind of laying off the gas a little bit. So I'm trying to just basically fight one enemy at a time here. If I could just kill the... Oh my god, I forgot about the freaking Molotov cocktail or firebomb throwing assholes. These guys are the worst. Like, the ones that wield the brands, like those hot iron things, those are annoying. Hot iron things in your area. But the fucking firebombs or Molotovs are just out of control. You can see some of my Dark Souls 1 and 2 affinity coming through there, trying to circle around and get a backstab on an enemy that had, like, a projectile weapon out. That's, you know, old habits are hard to break. I'm trying to see if I can scum the camera up here. I don't think I got anything out of the corpse. That one dog's going a little crazy. That's alright, it happens. Okay. I think we go to this guy down here, because there's another firebomb wielder up at the top. And by firebomb, of course, I mean Molotov cocktail. That was well timed. Not quite dead, but that's okay. What's interesting, and I say this for, like, the people out there who have... Oh, jeez, that could have been bad. I say this for the people out there who have, like, finished Bloodborne or played up to this point, but maybe are doing things slightly differently. The first time I came through this area, I had a different weapon. You might be shocked to discover. And it made it much easier, actually. So I'm a little worried that I'm going to be not as good at this area as I was in my blind playthrough. But that's, like, exclusively... That was... Oh, my God. We broke the game a little bit, but that's okay. That's exclusively due to the equipment concerns. I had a really... a sweet weapon, I should say, that gave me a good chance of success against these enemies. But I'm hoping... You know, it seems like, at least through the early game, you can do pretty well with just, you know, rolling with the saw cleaver. At least that's what I've been using. The Kirk hammer has not convinced me, and we haven't really come across that many other weapons. I hate this area. It's Bird City. So if we can chop them up, maybe get some pebbles or something like that. Is there one left? Yeah, I thought I saw some life in your eyes. This area that's coming up right here gets a little tricky. Not to say that it's necessarily hard. This is our shortcut, by the way. Oh, excuse me? Device is not currently operable. Guess we gotta step on it first. That's just bad engineering. That's alright. We'll step on this and bring it back up. So that's our first shortcut unlocked. Game is way bigger than Dark Souls 2 on stuff like that. This lantern seems to be highlighting this area. I thought maybe, like, could be a cool tombstone or something like that. Could be a cool tombstone. I can't read it. So we got this big guy at the top who's going to be annoying. Then we also have one of you there. And this one, like, exclusively, when you're near the edge... Oh, Jesus Christ. When you're near the edge, this one exclusively seems to use that push attack, which is so annoying. And in my blind playthrough, cost me, like, 7 fucking lives just pushing me off the edge. Yo, fight fair or don't fight at all, he says, you know, unironically refusing to acknowledge how many enemies he's killed in Dark Souls just by kicking them off the edge. 8 more bone marrow ash. One of these days, man, I'm gonna figure out what that's good for. Alright, Brickman. Hello. I'm gonna need you to chase me over here. AI is pretty good. Probably will be able to get across the bridge. I'm not really trying to make him fall off. But this is gonna be badass. Oh, fuck you forever. Alright, well... It was badass, but I might have liked his blood vials as well. There's a good case to be made for that. I'm gonna take out my lantern, actually. I like having a parry, but at the same time, it's also nice to be able to see in the dark here. And of course... Oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ, that scared the shit out of me. At first I was like, oh, it's a corpse. I thought it was something I could talk to. And then it got up, and I was like, oh, good lord. Anyway, expect to be scared a little bit in here. There's an interesting discussion to be had, I think, on whether or not Bloodborne is like is an action game or a horror game. I'm not saying I'm going to be the one to have said discussion, because I don't have a ton of tolerance for stuff like that, but I might, you know, read into the discussion. I don't know whether I consider it, I consider it almost more of a horror game, but it's like a horror action game. I wouldn't necessarily call it survival horror either. It's mostly jump scares. Don't... It's gonna pull all the remaining ammunition out of your eye if I have to. Are you hearing this? That's the most terrifying thing, is when you hear footsteps but you don't know where they are. That's why you gotta do like a little circle like that when you come in. Alright, there's Madman's knowledge. Just walk across here. Not a big deal if we fall down. Hello. Would you like to join me for jolly cooperation? Ah, it's another Titanite demon. No, you're not disappearing into the ether on my watch, friend. This should be a lot of twin bloodstone shards, yeah. 7? Oh my god, that's going to allow us to upgrade our weapon like crazy. That's yet another bloodshot eyeball. Things are getting more and more sinister. Ah, right. I thought we were close to our boss fight, but we're actually still quite far away. We've got one more shortcut to open, and then there's another semi-big-ish area. And again, watch out. You don't want to get kicked off the edge here. Then we can put our torch away. I hate that attack. It comes out so quickly and is so annoying. Luckily, those witches have kind of a huge telegraph on them. There's an item over there. There's a lot of items in this area, actually. I can't remember if many of them are useful. Don't ever try that. Again, please, I need your blood. Thank you. I can't remember how many of them are useful, but it's always nice to get Cold Blood Dew, and it's always nice to get, you know, Bloodstone shards that we can use to upgrade our weapons. I'll always be content to have those. Alright, this is good. You walked into the fire. Probably unlikely to make too much of a difference in our fight, but I appreciate it nonetheless. You guys should have, like, a convention or something. Because you really got to stop doing the same attacks and expecting that it's going to work out differently. Because, I mean, I'm wasting a lot of very good Quicksilver bullets on you right now. But at the same time, you got to mix up your patterns a little bit, man, not just your attributes. Oh, hello. You see all this blood I'm covered in? That's not my own blood. Well, some of it's my own blood. Much of it is another party's blood. The life force of another individual who maybe pledges allegiance to the same flag you do. Although I have no idea what that is as of my time in Bloodborne so far. Still very much confused about what the heck is going on. But it's like comfortable confusion. It's like, don't worry baby, we're gonna take care of you kind of confusion. It's like being in a foreign country, but you're with someone you trust who speaks the language. Okay, so we don't want to come down there just yet. Haha, excuse me. I'm going to need you to fudge right off. I'm actually very... Excuse me. What do you mean this is all my fault? To be fair, I mean, they seem to be living a pretty peaceful, albeit fire-filled life here in their village, and I just come in like, someone told me to seek the pale blood? Excuse me? I'm supposed to be seeking the pale blood right now? I don't want to talk to these executioners just yet. They're not that bad, but I would be more interested in first just opening this shortcut. So this does open the shortcut from that initial lantern, so we don't actually have to go through those cabins anymore. And this is the same enemy, if you'll recall, that we fought way back in, is it Central Yarnum? The first area? They're just way tankier now, and obviously, as you might expect, more annoying. Oh, I actually parried there and fucked it up, and then ate shit as I deserve. Now, these guys respawn, and are a pretty good indication of whether or not you're ready to take out this area. Oh, come on! I feel like I got the parry there. Game respectfully disagrees. So I'm gonna run for my life. We're still doing fine on blood vials, and we have some in storage, even. Which is not a situation you're always likely to find yourselves in, so I'm happy to have it. Thanks for the full HP. And with a little bit of trouble there, these guys kind of remind me a little bit of the Silver Knights from Dark Souls in Anor Londo, where you're like, whoa, I've never seen an enemy like this before, and then you suck against them, and then maybe eventually you learn how to not suck so bad. Fantastic, yeah. That seems to be my consistent problem with these guys, is I don't... Oh, no, that's bad. I've never seen this one before. You should really just go for, like, the... You know, an artery that'll straight up kill me instead of just leaving me half alive. I'm great at landing the parry in there. It's not costing me too many Quicksilver bullets. At the same time, I would also desire, perhaps, to actually, you know, do lethal damage to them. Appreciate the blood vials, though. We got some dogs coming up here. We might as well farm up these items down here on the bottom. Come on, one dog at a time. That's the title of my autobiography. One dog at a time. Okay. I'd be lying if I said, you know, this is how I expected this to go down. Like I said, one dog at a time. We're getting some weird kind of like sound glitches here. Yo, you guys played Sound Glitch yet? Oh yeah, it's huge, man. It's all over the App Store. More dogs? What is this, freaking Christopher Guest 1998 Magnum Opus Best in Show? I'm not ready for this kind of God Loves a Terrier bullshit just now. Alright, but we should have probably Quicksilver bullets, I think they drop. No, Bloodstone shards, right, I knew that. Beast-type enemies seem to drop Bloodstone shards semi-consistently. So we're gonna do what I often do in, oh, I'm out of bullets. Oh, geez. That could be dangerous against this guy, but I doubt it. I'm going to do what I often do in Bloodborne, and that's basically, like, get to the boss fight, but don't actually fight it yet. But I probably will fight it in this video. I thought maybe there's an item there. I just want to make sure that I'm banking my blood echoes first, because I have the luxury of knowing that the boss... I don't know what just happened there. But I have the luxury of knowing where the boss is, so I can, you know, level up or upgrade my equipment. And that seems completely plausible. I hate this. I'd like to pick up that item, please. One item, please, sir? There we go. Lake. One of the lake runes increases defense. I still don't totally know what we do with those. And by totally, I mean at all. 19,000 blood echoes is nothing to sneeze at, man. Like, I'm very content to be in this position right now. Bone marrow ash. Got a lot of that if I ever figure out what the heck to do with it. Or what the heck I should be doing with it anyway. Is there an item over here? Sometimes they like to trip it up a little bit. I think that there's a little sneaky spot, like right in there. There's a sneaky dude. Come on out. Come on. It's alright, the water's fine. Got more range than I would like. I think... Oh, jeez. I think we're in the market to upgrade. Oh, come on. That's just cruel. Okay, that could have easily killed me. I have no Quicksilver bullets left. Oh, this guy's gonna be aggro as hell. Okay. How are we gonna do this? Easy. You're gonna roll instead of eating the damage. That's gonna make things much easier on you. Also, I know you maybe have considered it already, but if you don't mind, maybe you can actually take advantage of the heal that you get. Oh, maybe you'll just die instead. I could Bold Hunter's Mark out of here, and we could fight this guy when we actually have some Quicksilver bullets. Don't give me that, you know, alpha male shit, you know. Bloodborne's all about choosing your battles, man. I think we can take him, though. We have, like, a Molotov. Yeah. I hate to do it. He was shielded there, which is bullshit. He was shielded again, which is bullshit. However, that opens the door for me to get in there. Now we can clear out this whole area before we fight the boss once, which is perfect. And we're gonna have blood vials that are coming out of storage, which is fine. We're gonna have like 25,000 blood echoes. Somewhere in that vicinity, at least. Thought maybe there'd be an item or something up there. Tempering blood gemstone. I mean, we might be able to put that in our slots. Right. Forgot. Not super... Very terrible decision on my part. Not super thrilled about still fighting these guys. Like, this is one of those things I'm doing just because. There's basically no reason for me to kill these guys now, instead of waiting, like, I don't know, till the time I fight the boss, where I can basically just run past him. But we're gonna fight him anyway. Because we can. And because then if I choose to not fight them the next time I go to the boss, and people are like, why don't you fight all the enemies all the time? I'm like, well, you know what? We fought them once, so don't give me that. Thought this was actually a fog wall here, which is... It's rare for a first-time boss to give you a fog wall. But I think there's some more items up here. Madman's Knowledge. Oh! This is why you keep your eyes peeled. This guy's super easy to kill. Pretty much, in my eyes, indicating that I'm where I'm supposed to be. Alright, we don't want to go down there just yet. That's going to be our boss fight. So we'll Bold Hunter's Mark out of here. It's not like you get any bonus for fighting the boss when you have a lot of blood echoes on the line. So I'm not going to. Instead, we'll upgrade the crap out of the saw cleaver. I don't have any other weapons yet. In a way, I kind of like that. I didn't have a problem with equipment in the Souls games. There was just a lot of it, and not that much of it was viable. Well, I mean, it was all viable, but if you're playing multiplayer, not that much of it was viable. I kind of prefer the idea that, you know, maybe there's a little bit less equipment or a lot less equipment. Takes a very minimalistic approach, I guess, compared with traditional RPGs, but you kind of, like, get to know your weapon more. It becomes like an extension of yourself, right? Maybe? I don't know. may agree or disagree. I guess I really don't think we're going to have anything new to purchase here, but I like to test just in case, yeah. And before I level up, I should upgrade our saw cleaver, because now we have a lot of twin stone shards that we can use, which will give us an advantage over where we were before. So we got 10 of them. That should level up twice. Yeah, just twice. But that's not insignificant. We're at saw cleaver plus 5. Thrust attack plus 7.2%. I don't think I need that. Still can't put anything in our blunderbuss. Okay. So we're still at 21,000 here. We can take our blood vials out of storage. Never mind, because we don't have any extra blood vials in storage, apparently. Let's level up. And again, we can probably get like 3 more levels out of this. I'm trying to keep on it so that I don't end up in a situation where I die with like 60,000 blood echoes and, you know, then I need 10 levels, but I can't get them. And we'll just keep doing what we've been doing here. Level 30. Maybe could upgrade strength at some point. We're like 14 blood echoes shy. That's hilarious. And I'll tell you what, again, this leaves a bad taste in some people's mouths, but I'm going to use, let's use 5 thick cold bloods here. How much does that give us? 6,000. Nothing to sneeze at. And we'll use another one. And we'll use another one. And that's going to take us up to 14,000, which is something like 52 or 42 blood echo, or blood vials. 40. I'm going to buy 15. And that's going to take us to 5,400. And items exceeding maximum were placed in storage, which is exactly what I wanted. And then we should be able to channel our blood echoes and level up one more time. And we got a few thousand souls, or you know what I mean. A few thousand blood echoes at risk here, but that's okay. Let's go back to Hemwick Charnel Lane. And prepare yourself to be a little salty with me, because I'm probably just going to run past these enemies. But once I get to the end, we're going to have a boss fight. And, you know, like every other boss in the game, from this point onwards, it's a boss I've never beaten. So we'll probably give it 1 try, maybe 2 tries over the course of the video. We'll see. I've gotten very close to beating this boss, and I think I know the strategy for beating this boss. I also think that it's pretty likely that this boss will end up being considered one of the easiest ones from Bloodborne. But there have been a lot of easy bosses that I have found problematic. Pinwheel was not one of them, but, you know, I died to the Congregation in Dark Souls 2 one time, I think. You know, not everyone's a big fan of Lion strats. Those individuals in particular there, not big fans at all. However, my philosophy is, why open up the shortcut if you're not going to use it? Plus, I really think that you got to give yourself every advantage against the bosses that you possibly can. And if that, you know, if you can fight them 10% faster by running through this, I think you should take advantage of it. But, you know, different people have different philosophies for playing. I don't consider it dishonorable. I made it through this area once. Maybe there's a faster shortcut I'm missing here. Excuse me? You push me? Thank you for moving away from the door. They won't chase me in here. And if we wanted to be true scums, we could, like, beckoning bell here, but I'm not going to do so. Alright. Few notes. Beware of the unseen. Beware of the unseen. Don't... You get out of here. Don't even come into the boss fight arena here. Alright, so this is the Witch of Hemwick. She's very annoying. Not a traditional boss. How does it work? I'm going to completely spoil it. There are, she's kind of like a ghost. She's a specter, so we're going to be on the lookout. Prepare yourself to maybe throw up here. We're going to be on the lookout for, oh, exactly that lens flare there. And then if we get there in time, we can see the true form of the Witch of Hemwick, which gives us an opportunity to actually deal damage to it. Now, this is the first phase of this fight. It gets tougher. Right now, I wouldn't even call it the first phase of the fight. I would call this the joke phase of the fight. Because this part is super easy. Gives you a chance to get accustomed. Oh my god, I hate you guys. Gives you a chance to get accustomed to these enemies. Or, you know, to just die against them if you're me, apparently. Where are you going next? Where are you going next? But the second phase is so annoying because the witches have an ability that actually locks you and then basically like locks you in place and then just lets the enemies go to freaking town on you. It's the most annoying. I'm gonna not focus on the witch here, even though I did do some kind of ambient damage. Instead, try to take out these guys. Man, this was actually a lot easier. Those guys, you know, they don't give you any bonus damage or anything like that. Those guys are the real piss off here. They're so annoying. And they'll go to town on you. Like, they will absolutely wreck your face during the next phase of the fights. You gotta be very careful. And I say this as if I'm an expert, but keep in mind, I've never actually beaten this boss. But Nick has beaten this boss, and Nick died to pinwheel once. So if he can do it, anything he can do, I can do eventually. I can do anything eventually that Nick can do also. Alright, we're going too slow here. Unless maybe I can sneak in here. I'll take the opportunity to deal some actual damage to the witch here. Mostly because I don't want to be stuck fighting these guys, you know, forever. One of them's gonna die here. And in killing that one, I set myself up very poorly for this upcoming situation here. I hate these guys, in contrast to a ton of... Oh, no. In contrast to a ton of enemies in Bloodborne, these motherfuckers are relentless. So I botched that fight miserably. I didn't even get through the first phase. But I think that's going to do it for this episode. We'll be back tomorrow to hopefully fight that boss, hopefully beat it, and maybe even fight the other boss that I haven't beaten and make it completely into blind territory. But for now, I'm content with the progress in this area. It was pretty good. And we finally fought a boss again, even if we died. For now, though, during this loading screen, allow me to say thanks for the support in the Bloodborne series. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button so far. I mean, I phrased that as if, you know, this was going to be the end of the series. It's not. It's just the end for today. But in any case, if you enjoyed it, or if you've enjoyed this video and the series so far, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Let me, here's the wave. Finally, we got it on the first try. Let's do joy this time. Yeah, I died. See you next time.